It was not then a matter of course for successful amateur or college athletes to chase a professional career in sport. As a social matter, the opposite was true. Gentlemen did not engage in sport for financial reward. The very option was limited to baseball. Professional leagues of football or basketball, professional tours for tennis or golf, did not exist. The question, then, is why he chose to play the game for pay at the major league level. The suggested answer is sounded in the classical Greek definition of happiness, fondly quoted in our time by John F. Kennedy. The full use of one's powers along lines of excellence. Mathewson was, and knew himself to be, a superior ball player. With graduation, the college game was inevitably foreclosed. Local amateur or semi-professional leagues would offer insufficient challenge. True happiness was available only in the big leagues. Thus, his decision. But another deeper motive may have been present. As Mathewson stood out among college men for his athleticism, among athletes he would stand out for his intellectualism. The superior man may assure his superiority by choosing a place among inferiors rather than peers. Although he was both articulate and attractive, we know nothing about him that would guarantee a famous reputation as a lawyer, stockbroker, or businessman, had any of these been his chosen field. And he courted fame. His picture bedecked advertisements for a variety of consumer products. His presence on trains, when he might have traveled anonymously, was broadcast by the host railway with his consent, and he delighted in speaking to gatherings of folk at station stops along the way. He played to the crowd with hat held high as he walked from clubhouse to dugout at the Polo Grounds. He changed the very nature of that crowd. He brought to the ballpark, in New York and along the National League circuit, a new breed of fan, his contemporaries in age and social standing. His appearance in the lineup made acceptable the presence of ladies, especially young ladies on the arms of young professionals. If he did not, like Babe Ruth, change the way the game was played, he changed the demographics of the ticket-buying public. He was the first truly national hero of the national game, and arguably, with an appeal across all social classes, the first truly national hero to emerge from American sports. The 3 World Series shutouts brought him to the pinnacle of fame at the age of 25. The rest of his career was mighty with personal and team achievement, but he never won another world championship. More than that, his ambitions for another were frustrated by remarkable accidents of play, of which the Snodgrass Muff was the last. The first came in 1908. The 3-way pennant race of that year pitted the Pittsburgh, Chicago, and New York clubs in a furious battle for first place. Mathewson pitched nearly 400 innings that year. In modern times, 300 innings is extraordinary. At the height of the race, he started or relieved in 9 of the Giants' last 15 games. The climax of the season came at the Polo Grounds on September 23rd, when Mathewson pitched and, to all eyes, won a 2-1 victory over Chicago. To abbreviate the incident that Mathewson reports in Chapter 9 of Pitching in a Pinch, in the bottom of the 9th inning of a 1-1 tie, with runners on first and third and 2 men out, the Giants' batter singled cleanly to center field, and the apparent winning run scored. But the runner at first, rookie Fred Merkle, turned for the outfield clubhouse before touching second base. Chicago second baseman Johnny Evers noted Merkle's omission, and in the midst of the post-game rousting retrieved the ball. Well, retrieved a ball, gained the attention of home plate umpire Hank O'Day, and stepped on second base, claiming a force out that ended the inning and thus disallowed the winning run. O'Day certified Evers's claim. Unjustly. He himself did not observe Merkle's detour, and in any case it was the field umpire's call. And half an hour after the end of play declared the game a tie. The powers of the league, in what McGraw claimed was a personal vendetta, upheld O'Day's decision, and the game was replayed at season's end. Mathewson pitched and lost, and Chicago won the pennant. Thus, in a paragraph, an incident identified then and remembered today as Merkle's boner, the most celebrated mental miscue in baseball history. It denied to Mathewson a chance at another world championship. 4 years later, the Snodgrass Muff did the same. In both cases, he ought to have won, and in the minds of many did win, but in both cases the failings of his peers denied him the victory, and, in their wake,